Good afternoon. It's Sunday, March the 13th. I had to think about that there for a minute. Yes, it's March the 13th. And I'm back with Sweetie Pie, which I said I would be. But today, I'm gonna put a different outfit on her and see how that works. And we're gonna have a funny little chat, and she will get a name. So, one of my favorite things to do for a YouTube video, at least it used to be, like I said, I've been on for over a year. But her video seemed to be pretty well received. A lot of people commented that I remember from my people that followed me before, and that was fun to see them, and I want to thank everybody for that. But I love to change the babies. I think everybody does. And you know, the thing is you just keep buying more baby clothes. It's actually so funny. And you know, you get them and you think, oh, I'm going to put it, and then you don't end up even putting them in the video, but that doesn't stop you from buying more baby clothes. Anyway, she didn't come with a diaper, which I understand the Ashton Drake dolls do. So I found a little paper diaper, and usually like to use the cloth diapers, but I don't have any around that are small for her. So she looks very cute as a naked baby, doesn't she? Yes. So I have these little newborn sized diapers, and we'll go ahead and we'll put that on her. Still gonna have to fold it over a little bit, and she'll have a diaper on. Yes, that will make her even more of a baby. She'll have a diaper on. And I have chosen, like I said, I have so many clothes, especially for this size of baby, because of my Levi's and so forth that are newborn size. And so I decided to put this Carter's pajamas on her, little striped pajamas. It's so cute. It has a little applique unicorn, I believe, is on it. But it's a newborn size, and I think it'll go so pretty with her eyes. And like I said, I hope you had a chance to check out my Instagram, because there are pictures of her really showing her eyes. And I'll do that again for this one. Anyway, this is, like I said, kind of a funny chat. I've had an eventful weekend. Right now, I'm sporting a black eye and a bruised cheek and a little bit of swelling and a messed up knee. And that is because yesterday when I went to Riverside with my daughter to look at some of the old vintage neighborhoods there that have some darling homes that have been redone, a Craftsman original style, which I love the Craftsman style and the little history of the Craftsman. And they had one of the realtors there has a home that was up for sale, and so it's actually an historic. I don't know where that goes. This snap, where the heck? Well, let's try to snap these up like this. Anyway, so my daughter's studying for her real estate license, and she wanted to see how these represent, and her area that she wants to really go into is the historic homes. I don't know, you guys, I must really be, I am very challenged here, gosh, with the baby sleepers, honestly. Anyway, So we drove over there to see this house because she wanted to see how they presented it and get some more information on how to list these historic homes and all of this. So we went there, darling neighborhood. It's on Mission Inn Boulevard, with those of you who are familiar with Riverside at all. Isn't she adorable? Which made it so, which I didn't realize that if you just continued down Mission Inn Boulevard that you'd run into these neighborhoods. And so it was fun. They had all the old trees, but they had old sidewalks. And if you know what old sidewalks are like, they have, a lot of them have the sticking up, some of the, I don't know what you would call it, but the cement is sticking up. And I still haven't found where that snap goes over it. There's no snap. Anyway, so that the lip of one of the pieces of sidewalk there, they were very nice, but some of them stuck up just a little bit, been raised up on the edge, from wear and tear and age of the houses. And I was so busy looking at all these beautiful houses and walking past them that I proceeded to tripped over that lip in the sidewalk and fell flat on my face. And literally, I'm not kidding when I say on my face. It was on my face. First I hit my knees and it hurt, and and then I fell forward and I hit a wrought iron fence that was up around one of the properties, and I hit my cheek and my left side of my face on that, and then the ground. And then of course I went down to the ground, and it hurts so bad. Yes, it hurts. And I have fallen before. I've fallen in the airport. I've fallen here and fallen there. But nothing was like this. Shook my husband and my daughter up so much. They were a little bit ahead of me. And the real estate agent ran out of the house, had some water, wanted to know if he needed to call 911, and was I okay? Did I need help getting up? No, I didn't need help getting up. I just wanted to lay there on the sidewalk, middle of Mission Inn Boulevard, so everybody could drive by and see me, old woman laying there. And I lost my shoe as a result of this. And so Anyway, I laid there for probably about 5 minutes. Then I rolled over on my back, and then through the help of my husband, I was able to get up. But nonetheless, it was embarrassing and it hurt. And when I stood up and on the side of my face, I had such a headache. I still do have a lot of pain there. I'm not going to show you any visuals of my black eye right now. It's just too embarrassing. But I just ended up walking up to the porch of that cute little house that was on sale. I sat down on the bench out there, and my daughter went in and got the information she needed. So it ended up being a nice day, just a little painful. So that was my eventful day yesterday. And now I'm going to put these little socks on her. These are some socks. I have so many things in my drawer, and I just found and I thought these will work on her cute little feet. So, but the other thing I was going to talk about is this girl needs a name. And Sweetie Pie does describe her very nicely. She's very cute, Sweetie Pie. But, nothing's really sticking out for me. And then my daughter, I have 4 daughters. I have 2 sons and 4 daughters. My other daughter, my number 3 daughter, she called me because she lives in Lake Tahoe, and she heard all about my accident from my number 1 daughter who was with us. So we talked for a while, and then she said, oh yes, she had to tell me something. And she told me that her friend called her last night, and her friend lives in Utah, and she says, you will never believe what I was doing tonight. She goes, I was studying had some CE credits or whatever she needed to get for her RN. She's a nurse up there. And she goes, and I was studying at the dining room table, and I was just kind of studying things and listening to some YouTube in the background. She goes, and I listened to your mother's latest video about her doll that she just got from Paradise Galleries. And my daughter says, what are you talking about? Honestly, I have been doing these videos for years. Well, I mean, like 3 or 4 years before I took my 1.5-year break, or 2-year break, or whatever it was. And all my daughters know about these YouTube videos. I've had my youngest daughter's friends follow them and all these kind of things. Well, for some reason, number 3 daughter did not know about these videos. I don't know why. So she thought, what? What are you talking about with my mother on a YouTube video about dolls? Well, she thought it was nuts until she, thought of me and dolls and thought, well, no, that sounds probably about right. So her friend told her different things I'd said about being heavy and it hurting my elbows and, having lighter dolls in there and they're a little bit more manageable and all of that. And so we had a good laugh over that because she had no idea. So now she has to go watch my video. But I was thinking about this friend of hers. And she looks darling in that little outfit. I'm so pleased with the way it fits. And it is a little chilly. So I'm going to put this next sweater on her. And it's just darling. It has hand embroidered flowers for spring on it and little flowers up here too and a ruffled collar, and it's just darling. I think it'll look very cute on her. Anyway, so I was thinking of this friend of hers. She is like a daughter to me. This child I'm talking about that's 38 years old, but still nonetheless, my daughter and her were inseparable in grade school, and she only lived down the street from us, and I knew her parents well, and I babysat her for a while. She'd come home with us while her mother was working, which was never a problem, and she was just funny and fun, and I loved her. My whole family did, and I can remember specifically when she was 6 in first grade. We had just moved into her neighborhood around there. We had just bought a house over there and we'd moved in, and Katie was her age, and Katie had all these friends in the previous elementary school that she had gone to, and she didn't know anybody in the new one, and you know how it is for 6-year-olds. And we went to the same church, and her friend and her mother was sitting in front of us at the church. In the pew in front of us, and it was all kind of new for all of these people at the church. We knew some of the people that were in that particular congregation, but not a lot, and Katie certainly didn't know my daughter. All my daughters didn't really know anybody there. So after the service was over and it was time for Sunday school, or primary as we call it, where the children meet, this little chick came back, and she was the most precious thing you'd ever seen. She had this blonde, curly blonde long hair, and these huge blue eyes, and this little round face, and this black velvet dress on with tights. She came up and she got Katie's hand and said, "Hi, I know you're Katie. I'm Ashley. Let's go to primary together." And she took Katie's hand, and they went off to primary, and I didn't see Katie again until after church was over. And I was so grateful to that little girl for making her my daughter feels so welcome, and they had been inseparable since. Well, now they've, grown up, done their own thing, and gotten married and all of that. But so, as I was thinking, when I heard that story about her listening to my YouTube video, I thought I need a name for this little girl. And I thought, okay, Ashley, if you're listening to this video, I hope you are, guess what this little girl's name is? I'm going to name her Ashley. Now, I don't remember what your middle name is. I think it's Marie. So we're going to name this little chick here Ashley Marie. And the little face and the blue eyes and that smile is so fitting for that name, for you, for her. And she just doesn't have the blonde curly hair, but that's okay. So I'm going to put her headband on, and I just think she looks just precious. Oh, yes, I do. And I hope as I've been chattering on that my camera has still taken this video, and that's good, it is. Anyway, there is my little Ashley Marie all dressed, and I even found I have several magnetic pacifiers. I even made this one work for her. So she has a new pacifier, and this is a honeybee. Oh my goodness, no, I know this works, ladies, so I've done it. There we go. Anyway, she has her new pacifier. It's a honeybee pacifier from McPherson's. And she has her next sweater on, and her little Carter's jumpsuit, and her Carter's headband, and the shoes. And so there she is, my little Ashley. And that's what she looks like, all changed now, and I'm still as pleased as punch. So thank you for sticking around, hearing my story. And to Ashley on the other side of this camera, I love you, and I hope you're watching this. And I will be back sometime this week, because remember, I do have those 2 Ashton Drake box openings that we're hoping we get this week. So thank you, and goodbye.